What's up, everybody? It's Magic here with RaceNews.com, back for another edition of Dr. Miranda Previews. With me, as always, is my co-host, Dr. Miranda, and we're looking at the Saudi Cup. I'm excited to go overseas. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had to dress up today since, we're doing the richest race in the world. So I'm excited to talk about how it's warm over there in Saudi Arabia and it's freezing in Louisville. We got another 3 inches of snow last night, so I hate Kentucky right now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I'm in California, so I'm not going to pretend that it's anything like that out here. So the Saudi Cup's interesting because this is the second edition of it. It is the world's richest race, as you mentioned. And last year was dominated by the Americans. This year, 5 of the 14 horses, they're American. They look pretty strong here. But before we kind of go over the field, to help your fans and the folks that are watching this, Dr. Miranda, a lot of these horses, we probably don't know. It doesn't matter what circuit you follow, you don't know a lot of these horses. So I'd love to hear your thoughts as you kind of go through each horse in the field.
Yeah, so when I was looking at this race, this is honestly the hardest one I had to preview because there's not a lot of information about these horses. There's not even really a lot of PPs you can look at. So what I'm going to do is talk about each of the 14 of them and then kind of go through my picks from there. But honestly, I think in this race, it's between some of the U.S. horses, but I am going to throw some Europeans in there underneath. So we're going to start with the number 1 horse from Japan, Chua Wizard. Now, he's won 5 of his 10 dirt starts, but the problem I have with this horse is that he did beat Chris O'Barrel last month or 2 months ago to get into this race, and Chris O'Barrel is like the horse in Japan. They love that horse. It's a superstar. But Chris O'Barrel got 7th in the Saudi Cup last year, and he's beat Chua Wizard before, so I don't think the number 1 has any chance at all. Now going to the number 2 horse, Bangkok. This is a UK horse. This horse has no experience on the dirt. He did just win it 2 weeks ago in the 2021 Winter Derby Trial Stakes, but I just don't see it happening. I think there's going to be a lot of issues here with these European horses coming over that's never raced on the dirt before. Now the turf over there to dirt, that's a huge difference. Now we're going to go with the number 3 horse, Great Scott. This horse got 12th last year in the Saudi Cup, and he hasn't raced since then. So I'm just going to throw this horse out right off the get-go. Now we're going to get to the U.S. horses. We're going to start with the number 4, Max Player. This is the horse that I like the least out of all the United States horses. He did do all the races in the Triple Crown. He got 3rd in the Travers and in the Belmont. But once he left the New York circuit, he's only been okay, and he's been off for 4 months. Now, number 5, Knicks Go. This is probably everybody's top horse. He does have a lot of early speed, won the Pegasus World Cup, the Breeders' Cup. And with his Pegasus World Cup win, he did check off a lot of boxes that he can show that he can do this distance, as well as he can do with a lot of fast pace. But I'm not going to pick him, and I'm going to tell you why a little bit later. And then we have the number 6 horse, Global Giant, never raced on dirt, cutting back in distance. I just don't see it again. Now, number 7, Tacitus. I'm sorry, Vinny. I hate this horse. Won 1 time. He's just very disappointing. And I honestly think that he's using this race to prep for the Dubai World Cup that's coming up in a few months. Now, number 8, Sleepy Eyes Todd. He's won half of his starts. He crossed the line first out of his 6 different tracks. He got 4th in the Pegasus World Cup, but I think that his best distance is at a mile versus what we're going at here in the Saudi Cup. Now, the number 9 horse, my top, is Charlatan. This horse was very impressive in the Malibu Stakes. He actually matches Knicks Go in speed fractions because everyone's like, oh, Knicks Go is just so fast, but Charlatan's been matching him if you look back and look at the PPs. Now, this horse is going to stalk. He's going to stalk Knicks Go instead of going right off the gate like he did. So I think he's just built for the mile and the 8th. He's very bulky, and I just think this is his race to win. Now, number 10, Military Law. This horse is very interesting to me. He's been on this track. He got 2nd behind Bin Battle, and Bin Battle got 3rd in the Saudi Cup. And he just won his last race out. Now, number 11, Simpson. This horse upset the field in the Bahrain, but it's his first time on dirt. So I'm using that angle with all these European horses. I'm just not playing them. Then we have the number 12, Mischief. This is the other horse that I like. He's been on this track. He got 2nd in the Saudi Derby last year. He's proven on turf and dirt. He won the French Derby. The only thing is that he's a closer. Now, with all this fast pace, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up, but I'm going to play him underneath in some exotics. Then we have the number 13, Derivo. I couldn't find anything good about this horse that I liked at all. I just don't think he has a chance. And then we have the number 14, Extra Elusive. Never been on dirt. He does have 2 wins on turf, but like all the other ones, I'm just not going to use him. So with my picks, I honestly think this is going to be a battle between Knicks Go and Charlatan. I'm going to go with Charlatan because this is the shortest layoff that Knicks Go's ever had, and Knicks Go's never been pressed for the pace like a horse like Charlatan. I think Charlatan's going to stalk and then go out to the stretch and just pass him. I think Military Law is going to be right there with him, and I think Mischief's going to be closing. Now, with my exacta box, I'm going to use 9, 5, 12. In my trifecta box, I'm going to use 9, 5, 12, and 10. And in the superfecta box, I'm going to add Sleepy Eyes Todd and go 9, 5, 12, 10, and 8.
I think the most impressive part about all of that, you didn't stumble once over any of these names, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, that sounds right. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it, but she sounded confident, so that's probably how it was said. So congratulations to you on that one. Listen, this is going to come down to the American horses. It's a matter of which ones you like best. Vinny Blonde, our friend with Real Dynasty Picks, is a huge Tacitus fan, and he even admits this is a prep for the Dubai World Cup. So he is a very good horse at hitting the board, but you're playing against him hitting the board in this spot. Yep. You really think that this is just maybe 4th or 5th is his ceiling here?
Yeah, no, he's not going to even show up. I don't like Tacitus at all.
Shots fired from Dr. Miranda. We love to have you on the show, and I'm really loving the fire that you're bringing here this morning. You're carried over from your appearances on the Rocket Hour. It's really wonderful. Dr. Miranda, tell the folks at home where they can follow you for all your tips, insight, and your shots at Tacitus.
At Miranda Bungie.
Go to racenews.com, folks. We have the full preview for you here, though. Frankly, you don't need it. Dr. Miranda just gave you the full preview of the field. Make sure you were watching racingnews.com for later this week. We're going to have plenty of action still covering the Saudi Cup. Until next time, good luck, everybody.